is up, YouTubers? This is Jonza here, and welcome back to another episode of Zawcasters. And in our last episode, we were talking about the future Pokemon anime episodes of Journeys, which honestly it's definitely going to be a big mind blower. As for knowing about Absol, I still don't know. It's not the day yet. I'm 2 days behind when that episode's supposed to drop, you know? Not my episodes, Pokemon's episodes, you know? But, yeah. So today, already doing a second recording of the same topic because, funny enough, I was doing the podcast. I didn't test out the fact, because it was plugged in, everything was up and running. For some reason, apparently, my mic didn't pick up anything from that recording, so I had to re-record this episode. So that's kind of a downer, unfortunately. Luckily, it only went by for half an hour, so I've only wasted about a half an hour. So yeah, here we are now. Me being a dumb, stupid idiot, should have tested things before actually recording. The thing is, I would just record this on my normal iPad, not with the mic, but, you know, at least with the mic, you guys can hear me better, and it's better quality at least, so that's why I'm using it at least, so yeah. Anyways, for today's episode, we are going to be talking about the recent the recent leak from Nintendo, actually, which indicates that there would be another new fighter other than the two fighters in Fighters Pass 2, which I think this character is also a part of Fighters Pass 2, and which I want to put out bragging rights first before we start, because I'm gonna also show the photos right now, right there. See, yep, those photos right there. I took them long ago, as you can tell. There's one of Min Min right before she was released, and there was an extra question mark, and there was also one around the time when Pyra and Mythra were announced, and then bam, another question mark still down there. They fixed it between those times, but yeah, those 2 times, I caught them. I caught them red-handed, you know? So I get bragging rights. I knew about this before this leak came out. So I get bragging rights. So ha ha ha. Alrighty, so I'm going to pull up the picture now of the sort of leak. This is what I at least took a picture of when I was watching someone's video of it, so here you go. There you go, there it is. And as you can see, there's the characters and some numbers below them. Now, apparently these are like sort of numbered links or whatnot to take you to a specific little website about the character, I believe, from Nintendo, I think it is. So, as you can tell in Fighters Pass 1, they're pretty much numbered in order, as you can tell. So, Piranha Plant's at 8501, Joker's at 02, 03 for Hero, 04 for Banjo, 05 for Terry, and 06 for Byleth. And then in 07, that's the Mii costume that you get if you bought the full Fighters Pass. So that's a very good note to put on. And then if we go to the bottom area where we have Fighters Pass 2 and what it has so far, we have Min Min at 8967. We have Minecraft at 8968, Sephiroth at 8969, nice, and we also have 8970 for Pyra and Mythra, and then for the other 2 characters that obviously were always known in Fighters Pass 2, they're 8971 and 8972. Now, as you can tell for the next little bit, the next number is kind of an unknown link. And it's like, wait, what could this be? What could this what could this link be? And as you can tell, the one beside that mysterious number is the 8974, which that is the Mii costume for Fighters Pass 2. Now, funny enough, when all the characters were released for the first Fighters Pass, the number after Byleth was the Mii Fighters costume. And going with how this is looking, with that other 73 one, that indicates that there could be another new fighter. Now, I want to say this is 100% clear to me that this is definitely going to be a new fighter because, well, like I said before with the other two pictures I just showed, I already caught Smash Bros. Red-handed with the extra question mark area, so honestly, I at least want to say I'm 99% sure that there's going to be another fighter in Fighters Pass 2. There's always at least that 1% unsurency that, you know, it's like, yeah, well, maybe it'll be a surprise and it's like there's actually no character there. Maybe it's just nonsense. But I really believe that there will be another fighter in this case. And as for reasonings on what this fighter could be, who knows? Or why are we getting a new fighter? Is like, I don't know. It could be because of the pacing of characters being released. Because honestly, the rest of the so far with Fire Pass 2, all the characters have been kind of coming out kind of more frequently. Like, pretty much 4 of the Fire Pass 2 characters altogether, they kind of came out kind of close out to each other, at least a few months apart from each other. Like, with Min came out in, I think it was like the end of August or start of September, somewhere around there. And then I think it was near the end of October, I believe. Near the start of November when Minecraft, Steve, and Alex came out. And then it was announced in December at the Game & Awards that Zethroth was going to be the next fighter. So that was another 2 months, or a month, you know, like that. And I believe he was released in February, I want to say. So still kind of almost 2 months at that time. And then, or maybe it was like near the end of January or something like that. I don't know, somewhere around there. And then in March, that's when we had Pyra and Mythra be announced. So, you know, they kind of came out back to back. So that could be a good reason on why Sakurai might be adding another fighter. It's like, you know what? Let's give the fans at least another new fighter. We've been doing a pretty good job, which, you know, pretty good. And especially if that was the case, if they've been doing a really good job at this point, especially during the pandemic and stuff, I gotta give them props for that, like, really. Just be able to work through the pandemic and stuff as well, which, you know, a lot of people had to work with. And, yeah. And I guess we can also talk about, what fighters I myself think I would like to see for these supposed last 3 spots. Now, if you guys come from my main channel, which you can check in the description below, with also my challenge channel, so make sure you go check out both channels. But I've mentioned, like, around the time at E3 2018, almost 3 years ago, I've wanted Sparrow and Crash in Smash Bros. That's what I've been wanting this entire time, and so far we haven't, and there hasn't been any indication of deconfirming them or confirming them for sure. Like, there hasn't been any news about them in Smash Bros. Whatsoever in this entire time. Which, you know, it brings me to the edge of my seat sometimes. It's like, are they gonna be a part of Smash Bros. Or not? Like, they've always had a fighting chance to enter Smash. They always had that chance in Smash Ultimate, especially since they've been adding a lot of third-party characters, especially in the Fighters Passes as well, because, you know, at least in Fighters Pass 1, we had, like, Joker, Hero, Banjo, and Terry, so there was a lot in there. I guess at least 2 in Fighters Pass 2 with Minecraft Steve and Sephiroth. I'm not sure if Pyra and Mythra are one of them. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But, yeah. God, what am I talking about anymore? God, I lost my train of thought. But oh yeah, with Spyro and Crash. So they've pretty much had a good fighting chance since pretty much the beginning. Since like the very beginning, they had a chance to really enter in Smash Bros. And you know their chances have increased and decreased in time. And right now, a lot of people are expecting Crash to come into Smash, but unfortunately, it hasn't happened yet. And the thing is, I've been expecting Crash ever since Steve's announcement. Like, when I thought Crash was going to be announced on the day Steve was being announced, Steve got announced. It was the same at the Game & Awards. I thought it was going to be Crash, but it was Sephiroth. And then the latest Nintendo Direct, I thought it would have been Crash, but it was Pyra Mythra. So I don't know about this time, but it is E3, so they might pull out something big with Crash, so that would be pretty cool. Especially since Crash is one of the two fighters I've been wanting since the very beginning. So, you know. And then Spyro, people haven't been really talking about Spyro that much. And I don't know, I've also seen a couple people post leak or have videos of potential leaks that there could be a Spyro 4, so maybe they might have Spyro come in as well since he's getting a bit more praised and loved as well. So who knows? And my ideal on what I would like to see at E3 for the announcement, so starts off with Crash entering in like as a surprise. It was like, oh hey, Crash is here, and shows a bit of gameplay with him. And then shows him doing the boss against Gallum, who is the subspace boss. And like Crash is having a hard time defeating him, and just as Crash gets defeated, Spyro comes out of nowhere and saves the day, and has his title of Spyro flings himself into action or whatnot, and then it shows gameplay from him. And then at the end of the trailer, it just shows them both posing at the end, showing that they're good friends and whatnot. And yeah, or maybe even going up against oh right, I forgot that's also another thing, kind of a trailer. I guess at the start of the trailer it could be like Sonic and Mario fighting it off, and then Crash comes out of nowhere and starts fighting as well, and then the rest of the continuation of that. That would be a pretty interesting trailer. That's what I would like to see. And honestly, I can honestly see two fighters being announced in this next E3. I can honestly see it. Just, especially like with the pacing and stuff, I feel like it's possible, so, you know, why not? I mean, they did it at our last E3, which was 2019, so, oh god, this is like my third one, and, is it third? It is definitely my third E3, yeah. Even though it was like 3 years ago almost for one in Spyro and Crash and Smash Bros, you know? And I guess for like other characters I'd like to see enter, and still think they have a good chance as well. I'm not going to count any like one that's had a Mii Fighter costume, or anybody who's an assist trophy, or, you know, the Pokemon that are in the Pokeballs, because, you know, they're already in there. But spirits, anybody who's been a spirit, I will count them as being possible fighters. And one of them, actually, I was thinking about, is Rayman. I feel like Rayman has a good chance. Especially since Nintendo has worked with Ubisoft before. I mean, hell, there's Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, there's that. And there's also the fact that, the rabbit's head is practically a Mii costume in there, so, you know, leaving the rabbits as a Mii costume just to bring Rayman in as an actual fighter, it's a possibility. Honestly, I feel like those would be my top 3 characters I would like to see in these last 3 final spots. And yes, I see the last 3 final spots, because I'm 99% sure you'll get an extra fighter in Fighters Pass 2, as opposed to Leak, so, yeah. As opposed to other characters that might be possible, my one friend Hunter, he suggested or mentioned that it would be kind of funny if oh hey, if you buy this next Fighter's Pass, you can get Goomba for free or whatnot. So having Goomba, that'd be a very interesting character to see what they could do with a Goomba, you know? See how well he'll be in a fight and whatnot, so, you know. um, Other characters. I think a Pokemon would be very interesting to see, and I mean, I know it could be like another Byleth situation, but at least in this case, I actually like Pokemon, so I wouldn't mind a Pokemon. That's the thing with Byleth being released or being announced for Smash Bros. And stuff. I wasn't a big fan of Fire Emblem, so I didn't really care for Byleth as much. But for Pokemon, I would be up for it. I would be up for it because it's actually something I like. Even though we already have a lot of Pokemon characters already, that doesn't that part doesn't matter for me with Pokemon. Now, if you're a non-Pokemon fan, you like Fire Emblem, then it might be then you guys will know how we felt when Byleth came out. You guys now know how we felt. But other Pokemon options for Smash Bros. There could be. I honestly feel like there could be a Grass type, like at least maybe a Final Fighter Grass type. And honestly, I feel like that position might go to Rillaboom. Just just the fact that it's kind of been going in order with the Pokemon generations of those cases because Greninja was released first, then it was Incineroar, and then we can have Rillaboom. Ooh, I'm starting to get hungry too. Well, I would have been done my podcast already if I didn't have to re-record this. Oh God, that's my fault though. I have to suffer. I have to suffer and make content for you guys. I hope you're happy. I suffer to bring you guys content. You better like this video. Anyways. For other, like, I feel like a grass type fully evolved starter or fully evolved Pokemon would be pretty good in general. It could be a Grookey as well, just to kind of switch around some stuff as well. For other grass type Pokemon, there could be a case that maybe Sceptile, or maybe because of Gen 4 stuff coming out as well, there could be like Torterra or something. That might be interesting. I don't see how Torterra could like participate in battle, but you know, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I was also thinking if they want to add a grass type that might work out. Well, I mean, Sceptile would work, but like I would also say like add Roselia. Mine goes blank for a second, but I think Roselia, Roserade. More like Roserade, actually, not Roselia. Roserade, I think, would be a bit better in that circumstance. I feel like he'd be more of a fighter and stuff. But I think another interesting Pokemon fighter that could come out as well could be Raichu, because we already have Pichu, and we have Pikachu, so why not add Raichu? And I mean like the normal Raichu. I don't think the Alolan Raichu would make sense, because it's already a Pokeball Pokemon, so having a normal Raichu would be interesting. Imagine Raichu throwing a Pokeball into Alolan Raichu. That would be very interesting. He sends out his brother to deal with the enemy, you know? And it could be the case with Raichu. It could be he's a lot stronger, but he's more slower in that circumstance. Because I think that's one of the cases with Pichu and Pikachu, because Pikachu is definitely a bit more stronger and stuff, but I think Pichu has a little more speed in him than Pikachu. Pikachu has a good, decent speed, but I think Pichu's a bit faster. But Pichu also has that self-damage as well, so, you know. And what if, it'd be very interesting if, with Raichu as well, just to spice things up. Every time you did an electric attack with Raichu, you get healed. Like, what if? That would be very interesting. Just because, like, he's the evolved form, so he's stronger and stuff. But, obviously, like, he'd be a lot slower, more easy to hit and stuff. So, it could be possible. I mean, I don't know if it'd be really possible, especially since I'm not sure, like, with the tail or something. I mean, he could, like, maybe, like, Raichu can have, like, another certain move, like, different move. I could still see him using, like, Thunder Shock. His specials might be the same, but, like, maybe for... Ooh, with a grab, though, he can use his tail so he can have, like, long range for that. That'd be interesting. So, Raichu is a good candidate as well. For other characters that I think are possible and I'd like to see, Tails and Eggman seem like a good possible choice. I actually have a good idea on how Tails can work out, especially for his jumping up B. So, for what we can have for Tails, so he just has a normal jump, kind of like Sonic's, right? But instead of a spring, obviously, he would have it would almost be like how Duck Hunt uses his up B, like how he kind of flies up for a bit and then falls down, sort of in that way. It can kind of be the case with Tails. He kind of flies up a bit with his tails and stuff, and then he just kind of falls, like kind of glide falls to the ground and stuff. Kind of like how he is in the original games, where after flying for a little bit, he gets tired and he looks tired as he falls to the ground. Can't really do anything else while in the air and stuff. So, you know, I think that'll be a very interesting sort of thing. Maybe for a special, he can like have maybe give Tails a gun. Give Tails a gun. That'd be interesting. Um, but yeah, and I know another Sonic character everyone, or at least a lot of people would be Eggman, which honestly I could see happening. It would be nice to also have another villain. It would be interesting to see like maybe Mario and Sonic go up against Bowser and Eggman. And if anything, I feel like Eggman would be in his hovercraft for sure. Um, or maybe it would be like more of I guess it's like hovercraft, like it's like his Eggmobile, but it has like maybe like big legs or something like that. It could work out like that. I don't know. He could just be his own character as well and not have the Eggmobile, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens if he gets added in and whatnot. Or yeah, like the techno trousers, like he has in Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, that's a good representative for what I wanted to talk about. And I honestly feel like it could be possible for Sonic characters to be, or at least those two to enter in for Smash Bros. And once again, the only reason I don't add Knuckles or Shadow, which honestly there also has been a leak, or maybe some notice that Shadow might be in this next movie as well, in the Sonic movie 2. We already know Knuckles is, but anyways, just because I think Sonic's going into its 30-year anniversary, and there's also the case with the Sonic movie 2, like I was just saying, is also being made in the process, and it's literally coming out, I believe, next year, if I remember correctly. I mean, we haven't really gotten any like trailers for it yet, but I'm still really surprised they're making another Sonic movie. It's really shocking to me how well that movie did. I myself really did like the movie, and I think it'll be very interesting to see Tails and Knuckles actually in this next thing, and how how Sonic meets Tails. I wonder how. I wonder if some of the places that they meet, maybe they'll be like the same sort of, or maybe they'll mention some names of towns, maybe, because there was like, I remember in the first movie, the one place that they both kind of came from was Green Hill, which that was the name of the place. Maybe there'll be like two other places, which was Chemical Zone. I don't know how that would work, but like chemicals or in an ancient gardens, maybe. I don't know. They sound more. Maybe not possible. But we're not here to talk about the Sonic movie. We're here to talk about Smash Bros. But yeah, I think Tails and Eggman do have a good chance, and I would add Knuckles. I would add him in and Shadow, but of course there are assist trophies already. So unless Sakurai breaks that rule, then it's possible. I mean, there was a chance for literally um, the assist trophy rule to be broken with a Springman when around the time when Min Min was released. Like Springman had that chance, but no, he didn't. So right now, still, assist trophies are deconfirmed. Yeah, I remember also my friend Hunter was kind of disappointed that Shovel Knight wasn't a part of that. But, there was a glimmer of hope that Shovel Knight could still make it in because of if Springman did make it in as a character, because he was one of the first from Assist Trophy. And also good hope for Waluigi as well. But of course, like I said, not going to add them in because they're Assist Trophies at the moment. And unless he does break the rule, I'm not gonna say anything about that. But yeah. As for other fighters, I guess another one would be Dixie Kong or something, or at least someone from like Donkey Kong. I think it'd be very interesting. I think there was also some leaks known about another new Donkey Kong game or some sort of Donkey Kong game coming out, and I myself hope it's a DK64 remake or something kind of close to like DK64, Because if you guys know my main channel, and I've been talking about that quite a bit, I even had I had an episode about that, literally in this on this channel as well. What was it? It was my second episode, wasn't it? That I talked about the DK64 remake and what I would like to see from it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said it in my second episode. At least I think it was the second episode. Me, right now, put the episode on when I was talking about the DK64 remakes. So right now, that's the actual time. If I was right about the second episode, then yay. If not, then I've already made a couple episodes already, so not easy to remember. I do know it was one of my first couple episodes. I do know that. I don't think it was my first episode, but I know it was somewhere after that, I think. I believe so anyways. But yeah. Well, there could be a possibility of another Donkey Kong character. Maybe like Dixie Kong, because Dixie Kong's pretty popular to everybody. Now you see, the thing is, Funky Kong would be an interesting character to enter in as well, but and I know I am allowing spirits in. Yes, like spirits are allowed to be characters, as we've already known. But it's just, I don't know, with Funky Kong actually being like a shop owner in like the World of Light and whatnot, or being like for spirits and stuff, it's really hard to tell if he would actually be an actual fighter. That I actually wonder if it would be possible, To be very interesting that Funky goes up to Funky's shop and be like, "Hey, yo, what's up, bro? Hey, nothing much, bro. How are you? Oh, I'm good, bro. How are things in the shop, bro? Oh, they're pretty good, bro." I just feel like they'd probably say bro a lot. Because, you know how Funky is. He's like that rag guy. He's like, "Yo, what up, dog?" Oh, God. And then flashbacks to the Donkey Kong cartoon. uh... Anyways, hard to say on what other Donkey Kong character there could be. I don't know how Cranky could be a character, but, maybe possible. Candy, maybe? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like she'd probably be a bit too sexy for... I mean, but they did add, Pyra and Mythra, so maybe, I don't know. The three I'm definitely not sure if they would actually make it in or not is the other characters from Donkey Kong 64, which are Lanky, Tiny, and Chunky. Now, at least with Lanky and Tiny, they've appeared in some other games at the most, at least. Like, I know in Donkey Kong Battle Blast they have, but I really think Chunky's only game has been in DK64. I really don't think he's been in any other game but that. I mean, he at least appears as a spirit in Smash Ultimate, but I really don't know if he's really don't know if he would actually come up as a character. That would be interesting though. Imagine that. That would also be a very interesting E3 moment. It's like it shows the DK64 remake and whatnot, and then like maybe it shows like Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong just kind of relaxing back at their hub with K. Rool, Banjo, just there, and then out of nowhere a pineapple comes in, and then it shows Chunky being like, "Oh hey, I'm in Smash as well." Kind of like how they kind of did with almost how they would when they did the introduction with Isabelle before Smash Bros was released, because there was the case with Isabelle where she was first announced as a fighter, but then was shown to. Then there was news that there was a new Animal Crossing game, New Horizons, coming out, which honestly we also had to wait quite a bit for that to come out. And funny enough, that wasn't even because of the pandemic. It was just them being slow. Because I also do remember that it literally came, like Animal Crossing did come out. It came out just as the pandemic was starting, and that's what kind of kept people sane, at least for the first few months, because it was a fun experience for everyone to actually enjoy during the start of the pandemic. For me, I honestly didn't get it myself until like after my birthday, which was it last year? Huh. I think yeah. I've almost had about Animal Crossing for almost a year now. Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've almost had that game for at least a year now. Huh. I definitely know I've had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon over a year now because I know I got that in March when that was released. But yeah, I literally remember that as well. I guess that's something I could talk about later for another something. We're talking about Smash Bros. Right now. I like how we talk about other things, but you know, I mean, technically Smash Bros. Is like a wide variety of gaming icons, so it's hard not to talk about other different stuff, you know? I guess other possible characters I would like to see, but I really don't think it would be possible, but who knows? It'd be very interesting to have Baldi from Baldi's Basics and Freddy Fazbear from Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I think that would be. I think those would be very interesting characters to just come out of nowhere and whatnot, or at least maybe have like costume. I can see maybe being like there being a Freddy costume and whatnot. So you know, I the thing is, I really don't know if Freddy would be ever really like shown for Smash Bros. Now that I'm thinking about it, because the thing is, it's a horror game where literally animatronics go and murder people, or well, murder, I guess. I mean, like it even has like even its like story backgrounds, like there's murder, deaths, and all that, with blood, everything, and like kidnapping children and whatnot. So I don't know. I really don't know if Sakurai would really want that in his game, especially since, well, I mean, I know it's not just us adults playing. Like obviously it was first intended for kids and whatnot, so it could be possible that Freddy may not be in there. Baldi, on the other hand, I feel like he's still possible for sure because, like, even though his is a bit of a horror game, it's not that like gruesome. It's like, well, I mean, you kind of go into lore then, but, but literally it's just Baldi smacking ass. That's literally all he does. He's a little more PG, a bit more than Freddy, a little bit. I want to say a little bit. I don't want to be like he's completely PG, but I mean he smacks children's asses. Like, yeah, I don't think that's something you want. So I don't know. It could be possible, but I don't know. Those would be two characters I would like to see happen, but it's hard to tell. Especially since Five Nights at Freddy's is not really a children's game, and I'm not sure if Baldi Basics is also a children's game, because technically Smash Bros. Is pretty much originally for children, but obviously there's a bunch of us adults and teens also that play Smash Bros. As well, so, I mean, there's possibilities since, there's some sort of surprises and whatnot. I mean, who knows? But, I don't know. Anyways, I guess that's all the characters I can really think of at the moment that could be a possibility. But like I said, I get bragging rights to say that there will be another new fighter. I guarantee it. I'm 99% sure. Because of the 2 leaks I have now. I get bragging rights because I knew this right around when Min was released. So I get bragging rights. I almost forgot that was my main topic, but then I went on to more about other characters I would like to see, which, it's good to know what people would like to see. And if I didn't mention anybody that you guys like, then I'm sorry. It's either I don't know them at all, or I just can't think of them at the moment, so... Or I just don't really care about the character too much. Like, no offense, but it's just my preference in general, so... And funny enough, this podcast actually went a bit longer than the last one that I recorded. It's actually almost 40 minutes now. I think I only took around 2 breaks near the beginning, and that was it. I did take 2 breaks before anyways, so, yeah. Well, anyways, I'm gonna end things here because I'm hungry now. I gotta have some lunch. And, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Zodcasters. The next episode, we might talk about something more in my own personal life. We'll have to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, or listening. And if you guys like this video, press the like button, or subscribe, do whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you guys then.